There are 5 niches on Etsy right now that are about to explode for the holidays. The proof is in the data, and the data shows that we are in prime listing time. A few weeks back, I did a round of 5 other niches, and this week I am back with 5 more. And of course, these aren't guesses. I pulled them straight from Etsy's own 12-month search data, the one place on the internet where you can actually see what Etsy buyers are searching for and when. Now here's the catch. Etsy is still rolling that full year of data out slowly, so a lot of sellers still only have the 30-day view right now and can't see what's coming. So I went in, dug through all of it, and pulled out 5 niches about to have a real moment this Thanksgiving and Christmas. And stick with me to the end because I'll also show you the simple building block method I use to turn any one of these into a brand new design without ever staring at a blank canvas, along with the design template so that you have a place to start yourself. In case you haven't met yet, my name is Mandy. Think of me as kind of like your big sister in business who is fully obsessed with being an Etsy print-on-demand seller. In real life, I'm a busy boy and mom, and I actively run multiple successful Etsy shops myself, but I'm also on a mission to help creative entrepreneurs like you feel confident with finding profitable niches, designing products people actually want, and growing a business that gets seen, loved, and sold without inventory and without the overwhelm. Okay, before we dive in, a few things to keep in mind. First is timing. Every niche that I'm mentioning today peaks in Q4, which means the window to list is right now. The key to seasonal themes and listings is that you need to be looking months ahead in many cases. And when it comes to Q4, the earlier the better. Second, I like to think in themes when possible, so you'll see that concept in most of today's niches. This is not a requirement by any means, but many new sellers end up very overwhelmed when presented with too many options. So having a small guardrail, like an overarching theme for your shop, like hobbies or professions or life milestones, can help you build a shop with a strategy versus feeling scattered. And one more thing that's specific to Q4, and I want you holding on to it the whole video. A good holiday design is almost never a one and done. The best ones carry forward. So as we go, I'll show you how several of these concepts can stack into parallel niches that continue working long after the holidays are over. All right, let's get into it. First up, I thought it would be appropriate to start with first Christmas married ornament. Here's why I love this one. It's a milestone that refreshes every single year. There is always a brand new batch of just married couples wanting to mark their first Christmas together. The demand doesn't really dry up, it just renews. So what makes it feel current then and actually sell is the style you wrap it in. Last year it was those doodle illustrations that were all over the place. This year we've seen a lot of Italian citrus or Amalfi summer vibes, so that could be a great opportunity to carry that into holiday palettes. Think about taking that first Christmas married concept and just pairing it with a trend forward style. Now, here's the scaling angle I really want you to catch. First Christmas is a whole category, not just one product. First Christmas in our new home, baby's first Christmas as grandparents. Oftentimes, you can use the same ornament structure, same trending styles, and simply swap the milestones. And beyond that, you can make this evergreen by scaling into other adjacent niches such as engagements, anniversaries, and more. Next up is a dentist Christmas shirt. Profession niches convert because people wear their work as their identity, and the holidays hand them a fresh reason to buy something they already love buying. The hook for these is inside humor. The puns, the lingo, the little inside jokes that only their world gets. When a dentist reads your design and goes, okay, that's literally my office, that flash of recognition is what converts. This could be things like cavity puns or floss jokes, the whole thing. And here's how I think about scaling on a niche like this. Dentist Christmas shirt is your way in based on that demand. That's what gets you seen. But I would certainly have some evergreen dentist designs based on trends, as well as scaling into additional roles for the whole office and leverage additional keywords. Think about the hygienist, the dental assistant, the front desk crew. Matching holiday or even evergreen staff shirts in these offices are a very real thing. And a little bonus, if you already sell in a profession niche, adding a seasonal spin is a fresh reason to buy for the audience you already have. Next are Friendsgiving banners. This one is all about matching the product to how the event actually happens. Friendsgiving isn't always an apparel moment. In this particular case, it's usually more of a hosting and decor moment. So instead of defaulting to a t-shirt, I'd be looking more at tapestries. The backdrop everyone ends up photographing, the piece behind the table. This could even scale into matching can coolers if you land on a design that customers start buying. For the design itself, lean into fall elements people already connect to gathering. Think about pie or fall leaves or a wine glass or two. But to make it feel new, instead of like every other Friendsgiving banner out there, pair those cozy fall motifs with a current trend like stripes, for example. And of course, scaling with events in general and life milestone celebrations is one of my favorites. Once you understand types of moments that people celebrate and gather, you can take winning concepts and apply them to future events. Think Christmas parties, New Year's, Valentine's or Galentine's, and so much more. If people gather once, they're likely to gather again. The next niche is centered around golden retriever ornaments. Etsy buyers love their pets like family. They always have, probably always will. And Goldens are one of the most adored breeds out there. That's a huge built-in audience before you design a single thing. A popular design method includes using different artwork styles for replicating a custom pet image. And I would also look at bringing in concepts that have already been performing well this year, such as our beloved stripes, for example, in the background, or even using more of a doodle line art illustration for the image. These work beautifully on both ceramic and glass ornaments. And the scaling is that the breed itself is just a swappable block. Golden retrievers are a great starting place, but not the whole shop. You would definitely want to scale with additional popular breeds like dachshunds and Bernese mountain dogs, for example, and even other types of popular pets such as cats or even guinea pigs. Pet niches are definitely a theme that's loved all year round. And finally, the snow in love bachelorette theme. Bachelorettes are, of course, one of the most versatile niches there is, and while summer is big for this niche, winter weddings and off-season bachelorettes are absolutely real. With this particular theme, we typically see it associated with skiing themes or like girls' weekend trips to Aspen. The beauty of bachelorettes and even bridal shower themes is that when you land on a theme that's trending, it can travel and scale across a whole product lineup once you have that validated design. Think matching group shirts, a tapestry for the Airbnb, totes for the welcome bags, and can coolers for the party. And because it's a group buy, the bride plus her whole crew, you've got higher order value baked right in. Bachelorettes, of course, have huge scaling potential because there's always a new theme or concept popping up. One of the ways that I like to stay on top of top themes is actually off of Etsy. Instagram is a gold mine of inspiration for the latest trending themes. Now, as always, niches about to take off are a great start, but oftentimes it's followed by, but how do I make something new for a niche that isn't new in a season that is also not new? If you caught some of my other recent videos, I walked through this concept using my favorite approach for exactly this, breaking a design down into building blocks. And the same approach can be used for these as well. The idea is simple. Stop thinking about a design as one big intimidating thing and start thinking in blocks. It works like this. You have a trend block, which is really just a structure or style element that's already working, whether it's stripes or scattered doodle illustrations. You have a niche block so that you have a customer identity connection, an optional phrase block if you want text, and here you don't even have to invent something clever from scratch. A phrase already known to perform in your niche works great. And for niches like the ones we saw today, a seasonality block. This could be a holiday colorway or seasonal illustrations or accents that you layer with the whole design. Here's the one I built recently when we were talking about Halloween layered with a nurse niche. And notice that trend structure actually came from a completely different niche. Nothing to do with nurses and nothing to do with Halloween. I took a proven stripe and cutout trend I'd seen working somewhere else, dropped in the nurse niche, used a phrase already known to convert in this niche, like Boo Boo Crew, and layered the Halloween colorway on top. 4 blocks, proven concepts at each step, no blank canvas. You can go in a totally different direction using the same blocks. For example, with the Snow and Love Bachelorette. Same blocks with our trend, our niche and phrase, and a colorway, but now it's completely converted to something new. Or if you want to go the golden retriever ornament route, borrow a trend you've seen working somewhere else, like stripes or doodle illustration style, layer a Christmas palette on top, and you are most of the way there without having to feel like you're starting completely from scratch. If you want to give it a try yourself, I've got a link below where you can grab the striped design template I used for the last video and this one. The point, of course, isn't to copy my designs. It's to treat these trends like a template and take them in a totally new direction for your niches. These are your building blocks. If knowing the niches and trends each month is helpful for you, I do this every single month for my private community so that sellers have validated ideas to work off of and a place to start with designs. And the timing on this could not be better because my favorite time of year is about to happen inside the membership. On August 10th, we're kicking off my annual 75 Thrive Challenge. Now, if you've ever heard of 75 Hard in the fitness world, this is kind of like that, but for completely leveling up your Etsy print-on-demand business. It's 75 days of committing to listing plus 5 other success habits I explain in the challenge. I won't lie to you, it's intensive, but the results can be genuinely transformative. And this round has a brand new bonus I'm really excited about. Every member who's active when the challenge kicks off is going to get access to my brand new tool that's currently in beta. It's called the Seen Love Sold HQ. And I like to think of it as a 24/7 partner for growing your business. And honestly, it's the perfect companion for a challenge like this. The challenge, like I said, starts August 10th, and it all happens inside Simply Thrive. If you want in and you want that beta tool access, you'll want to be a member before we kick off. I'll leave the link down in the description, and the official landing page for 75 Thrive will be up soon. And if you're not quite ready for that yet, totally fine. Make sure you go subscribe so that you can catch videos like this every week. That part is free, and it still keeps moving you forward. As always, stay focused, my friends. Keep taking action and never stop pursuing excellence in your business. Thanks for watching. I'm so glad you're here, and I'll see you in the next one.